Welcome, Baccano.
To Baccano.
Kristopher's mad at me because I made noise with coins and chains and metal. You guys don't even know how much Kristopher loves you because of all the work he puts into the sound to make sure that it sounds good.
Work that I wouldn't have to do if you weren't being a big the whole time about it. Because you do it because you know it pisses me off.
You can't prove that.
So
except for the grin on my face.
Here we are with episode 15 of Baccano. Last time we got introduced to a character that I'm not a fan of.
His name is not the mechanic, which is what I wrote down.
Well, he is a mechanic.
Yes, but that's not his name. His name is Graham Spector.
Looks up to Lad Russo for some reason.
Lassie number 2.
Yeah. I don't know if there's much for me to say. Is there any revelations you've had about the story?
We're going to follow this psychopath around, at least in this episode, probably for the episode after this too. Quick review. Sometimes in animes, they deviate characters to do like side stories that end up like spiraling out into new things. The perception, my understanding is that the studio had all these, prepped, and so they thought that, oh yeah, they'll just keep revealing information, but it got canceled before they could. So this is like the last.
This is the last arc, and so if this is the last arc, and it was not intended to be the last arc,
right?
Sort of.
So we're gonna
thing.
follow a psychopath around, who's Lassie's Lassie.
Well, Lassie's Lassie is Lua.
We don't know that because Lassie was the hero of the show, Lassie, the dog, and Lassie in this show treats Lulu as a pet. Not a dog, though, because she's not the hero of the show. But Lassie's Lassie in this show, the mechanic, is...
I am not able to follow any of what you just said.
I figured that you're not. Did you guys follow me? Did you get it? Lassie's Lassie in the old TV show.
You ready? I'm ready.
Well, guess wear my little raccoon hat again, because you're allowed to be funny, but I'm not allowed to be funny. Pretend I'm jingling coins.
All right, here we go.
Welcome back,
Jingling the mouse around.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe below. Let us know what you think. Tell us what animes you want us to watch. Tell us what format you like better. Code Geasses, where it's a highlight reel, or Baccano, which is a watch with us version, or some other kind. Let us know if you like what we got going on below. Check out our Patreon. Toss us a couple bucks for some coffees, and we will see you after this trailer. But I'm not going to go anywhere because I'm watching the trailer.
We're watching trailers? What?
The trailer.
You mean the intro? You mean the OP? You mean the credits?
What does OP stand for?
Opening.
I thought it was O and opening P, whatever the P was.
No, OP, opening. The first 2 letters of opening.
Yeah, no, I got that. I thought it was like an acronym for something.
Japanese abbreviate things in ways that don't necessarily make sense to English speakers.
So my favorite speaking character is Firo, and my favorite non-speaking character is Chansey.
I mean, the only non-speaking character?
Yeah, it's like when parents are like, my favorite firstborn son. There she is.
Remember how in episode 1 we had this random shot of her in the water?
Are my raccoon eyes showing? Guys, how do you like Kristopher in a suit? Top notch, right?
I don't have my jacket on.
Dress
You've seen
clothes.
me in one before. Gosh, you're Even further back.
Before the mining. Loud noise. Oh. Wonder who that could be.
I wonder who that could be.
What's the matter? Nothing. Just thinking about stuff. Okay.
Thinking about how you
Show
kissed me
ends.
on the train.
A friend of mine and a Hollywood effects guy to buy Niece's explosive. They're giving us a fortune.
That's good. He's in the hospital. Shake his arm that's bad.
For each. Those ceramic grenades, they went for 200 bones apiece.
They did? That's great news.
Yeah, but celebrations aside, we got something that could mean trouble.
What is it?
Well, we, kind of found someone clinging to one of the boxes that was, floating in the river.
Who?
Well, boss, it was that woman in the black dress.
Positive about that?
Yep.
Is it a friend of yours?
I wouldn't say a friend.
Well, I guess you could say we know who she is.
Anyways, we couldn't just turn her over to the bulls, so we brought her with us.
You did? Well, then why don't you bring her in here and introduce me?
Yeah. Come on in.
Don't raise your voice to me.
Hey, I'm Jacuzzi Splot. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
The delinquents that arrive at the high-class neighborhood are the same as always.
They still won't let me out of here. Sorry. I guess you might just have to hang around and be my little nurse for a while. Don't worry about me, though. You can read if you want to. I'm not all that interested in newspaper stuff.
Newspaper stuff.
I really wasn't trying to make fun of you or anything like that. You understand? I just meant that I didn't want you to pay too much attention to me, okay?
It's like talking to a wall that can hear you.
Listen, Johnny. Your last name is LaFerre, right? You wouldn't happen to be a relative of that Huey guy or anything, would you? If it's a complicated subject, then you don't have to force yourself to talk about it on my account. Maybe you're not even related to him at all, and it's just some kind of strange coincidence.
Oh,
Sorry for
jacuzzi.
being too nosy. I just, He's my father. Oh, really? He is?
What if she loses her arms?
I was with the terrorists that attacked the train. You know that? Lisa and Nick were acting so strange. Why didn't you call the police on me? Why not? I can't excuse what those black suits did to the people on the train, but
Police, we don't want to be...
I'm afraid. So we're kind of avoiding the cops, too.
Yeah.
We're not what you might would call innocent.
We're not what you might would call.
You might be a really nice lady underneath. I mean, I don't know whether or not you're a good person, but I don't care about that. We're friends, aren't we? That's all that matters, right?
You are a
Writes
weird
an
person.
essay, not friends.
I'm confused. I don't understand you people at all. Understand you people? Does she mean Niece and Donnie?
Yep, that's what she means.
That covers it for the most part. Don't believe me? Well, that makes sense.
Blow my head off.
There's a lot to swallow. I don't show this to people very often, but this seems like a special case. Do you believe me now? Yeah, I may be older than you, but it can get awkward, so just talk to me like I'm a normal child. Thank you very much, sir. I meant to say thanks, Chess.
There he is.
Coincidence.
Isn't this a coincidence?
I was just swinging by to see Firo, an old buddy of mine. But as luck would have it, he stepped out somewhere with a couple of acquaintances. I wasn't really in the mood to be a fifth wheel, so I decided I ought to head back. So what are you guys up to? Pals or something now?
Just nonchalant. Hanging out. Post railroad extravaganza.
Oh yeah.
She pledged his life to her. But they
he pledged
his
he
life
pledged
to her. Them. They.
he pledged his life to her, and he told her to
Be trouble.
put her answer.
Of the hammer and saws.
After all, she was on board with those black suit guys.
Doesn't matter.
This is an interesting.
But I'm a wee bit wary about
Yeah.
How those two on the train.
Joined or like were previously.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's true we don't know the first.
So they had inside people on the train.
But she's just like us. She's
Inside
single
people.
and she ain't got no one to depend on, so. Johnny. We got something. A package just arrived and it's addressed to you.
What do you? Why is he blushing? Because he's holding. What? He's so big.
Wow. It's really nice, isn't it? You should put it on, see what it looks like.
That looks like a wedding dress. There it is, boys.
There it is. Oh,
That's
a
nice.
wedding dress with knife holsters built into it.
Aw, it looks good on you.
Good on ya. How's she gonna write?
Shamim, what could he be thinking?
Her dad?
This dress. This is the first time anyone besides my father has given me something.
No. Okay. Got it. Yep.
Father would always give me clothes when I was little. It made me very happy. But now, I don't know how I should feel getting this dress from him.
The shadow on her nose makes it look like she's a cat.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I understand less and less about him. He said he would marry me. I don't know what made him say such a thing,
He also said he would fight for your father. So, you know.
but I could tell he really meant it. That's why I'm so confused.
Would have been a really interesting scene
Should I accept his proposal?
if he would have kissed her and then given her the like red lipstick with blood.
Mm.
Anyway.
What was he thinking proposing marriage to someone like me?
On top of a train
Me this.
that he fought you on.
Johnny? Everything okay? No, huh? Tell you what then. Why don't you step outside and get a little fresh air?
The implication to me was that she was going to go alone, but all right.
Hey,
Sure.
boss, someone's coming out.
Yeah? I really hope this doesn't turn into a boring story. Nothing worse than that. Tedium is such a crime. It takes the limited amount of time that is given to man, and rather than spending it in indolence or drowning it in pleasure, it just sits there, sucking, eating it up. I can't put up with that. Tedium is a crime! Death to tedium! Ugh. Die, would you? Die now!
If the car is a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
Time spent in boredom is good. I think it's what allows the
He changed his mind really fast on that.
state of perfection. At least that's what I'm
Oh wait, he said tedium is bad, boredom is good.
for us this fine day anyway.
I'm guessing that dame would have to be Eve Genoard.
Simply
This is gonna end well.
wrong. These unknowns are the essence, the very spice of life. There is nothing tedious in the whole world, at least not during these exciting times.
That's the complete opposite of what you were just saying. You doing okay, boss?
No, he's not doing okay. Is that Rusty?
They're going into Central Park now, boss.
Are they? Then I think it's time I started spinning a sad tale. For them, of course, not us.
Hiya? Hiya. Hiya!
Oh my god. Reminds me of Arrested Development. Annyeong, which just means hello in Vietnamese.
Oh,
But they think that's his name. Annyeong.
What the?
A bitter pill. I think it's high time we start ourselves a sad story. A story that is heartrending in its misery and despair. But rest assured, it'll be a happy story for me.
Looks like Rust.
Jacuzzi!
What's the
Rust
problem, guys?
on his wrench.
Some kind of
Yeah.
problem?
It's Chane. She got taken away.
What are you saying?
Come on, fight scene?
No, not the cops. Some guy carrying a giant monkey wrench this big grabbed her right in front of us.
Dear Jacuzzi, Splot, and Associates, follow these directions closely. If you wish to save Eve Genohard, get all the cash you can, then come to Pier 13. You'll find an abandoned warehouse. I'll be waiting inside. Come by yourself. This is a ransom note, and they think they have Eve. I bet they don't have a clue who they've really taken. We've got to do something before they can hurt Johnny.
Jacuzzi.
Don't put any pressure on the arm, bro. Or your leg. Or you should probably just not go.
This is a lot of trouble for a girl we don't know anything about.
I know, but Johnny is one of us now.
Well, you may consider her one of us, but
Listen, Nick. It's true, okay? I don't know where Chane was born, or how she might have been brought up, but she washed up out of the river just like you did, Nick. So, we're all in this together.
Origin stories.
We don't have anyone else to
Just
help.
call him Moses.
Besides, I just can't imagine that Chane is some kind of bad person. And that's all there is to it.
Jacuzzi.
Nick, relax. I'm doing this alone.
Jacuzzi, you can't.
Listen, that weirdo with the wrench is no ordinary street punk.
I'm still going. I have to do something. He specifically told me to come alone. If I don't do that, it would be impolite, wouldn't it?
What? No, just because someone tells you something doesn't mean you have to do it.
I'm so scared, but I can't let it stop me.
Clearly, this character is not grown yet. It's only halfway through the proposed season.
Can't even talk.
Sorry about this, young lady, but not.
Well, he's not bawling his eyes out about it.
Might actually be a lucky break.
Okay, that's fair.
People can waste an awful lot of energy by putting sadness into words, or maybe putting joy into words. And then, of course, there's putting anger into words. And the words can double when it comes to fear or pain. In that sense, being so afraid that you can't find any words could save your life. Being unable to speak when you are
It's a small fire.
stress in a body that is obligated to control
Little bucket.
consumption is an act of
Bucket fire.
I don't know, maybe self-defense.
I was gonna say self-control, but
I went and said a thing of some actual intelligence there. Time to show me some love, boys. Hey, where do you think you're going? Uh-oh. I thought you were an ordinary young lady, but I don't anymore. Isn't that a little large and bulky for a girl looking to protect herself? Oh, well, that's okay. You surprised me a little, and being surprised is a good thing for me. For everyone, really. Being surprised reminds people that what really lies ahead of them in life is, for the most part, unpredictable darkness. Another surprise.
Knife versus giant monkey wrench.
I have this feeling you're not Eve Genohard. Forgive me.
What gave it away?
Body like any other amateur, and I'm actually intrigued. However, I would appreciate it if you wouldn't interrupt me when I'm speaking.
Say to the person who doesn't speak.
Amazing. A woman that goes beyond woman. I'm starting to get excited. As a matter
Okay.
of
keep it in your pants, boy.
It's me if you told me you were a Martian right now. So hurry up and grow 8 arms, why don't ya? If it turns out you're not human, that just means you'll be more fun to break. Oh, yeah, I'm really starting to enjoy this. It is truly, truly a pleasure. I think you should become my new best buddy. We can write an incredible story. But if not, just to be clear about it, I have to hurt you.
Please stop! I brought the money, so let the girl go. Please, just let her go. I know you were probably expecting me to bring a lot of money with me. But I brought everything I have. So just take the money and please,
$2.
please let the girl go free.
Going for 35 cents.
Oh, that was fast. Fine. Let's change this saucy tale from one that is surprising to me to one that really makes me feel good. And the cash? I don't know why everyone goes on about money being so great. In my opinion, seeing someone taken in by a lot of money that eventually ruins them is a better story. Cats, hold on. You said you brought money, but I'm a smart guy, and I can tell you don't have any on ya.
I didn't bring any money. But I have something that will end up being just as good as cash. Look, I know you don't have any reason to believe me, but I have something. I have money on my head from none other than the Russo family of Chicago. So, by turning me over to them, you should get all the money you want.
Well, that's not entirely true. It's just $5,000. So it's not all the money you want. It's
Decent amount, though.
it's yeah, for 1920s. Yeah.
1930s. Even better.
Would that be equivalent to like about
Wait.
100 grand?
Actually, wait, no. Maybe even worse. Depression makes money worth less. I don't know.
How much would 5 grand be back then? I think it's like
I don't know.
100 grand.
Niece, open up, niece. Niece. Come on, niece, open up.
Girl blew her face up.
Jacuzzi. Jacuzzi. What'd you do to yourself? See? Now my face will stand out just like yours. So as long as we're together, we'll be fine. Jacuzzi. Hey, niece, what's wrong? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you.
The emotional explosion is going on right now.
Just really,
Cry?
really sweet.
I feel like crying too. I just thought you wouldn't have to feel so alone. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, niece. Just who he is. That's Jacuzzi. He's always thinking about everyone else instead of himself, and then he'll just do something. So he's on the losing end a lot, you know? But he's always got lots of friends around him.
You're amazing. Damn it, I must say, I'm impressed. It's fascinating. You are happy and also sad. Jacuzzi splat. Shockingly impressive. They say that there's a fine line between happiness and sadness, but you...
This group on the left is just concerns me more than the character himself, I think.
How he has all of these people just like following him and being like, hey.
I'm really
Yep.
enjoying my fight with this lovely woman. What to do? Shall I release this woman because of how you've touched my heart? Is that the right path to walk down? Maybe I should
Touched
just
my
believe
heart.
that and continue trying to kill her. My feelings are torn apart. Why is life so hard? Why? What would you do? Is that your choice? Then let's get on with it.
Stop! I beg you, there's no need for anyone to die!
And that's where the backup comes in.
Hey, Chane, are you alright?
Niece, the place was open. Why'd you blow What boneheaded question is that? The boss likes to blow stuff up.
You guys came!
Hey,
It's not hard to chase after a guy with a crutch on.
Yeah, and we're doing exactly what you said to do in your little note, pal. Jacuzzi came alone, so I decided I'd come here alone.
Is that
and
Vino?
visit myself.
Yeah,
Is that Vino?
all the way from
No. Maybe.
It looks like him.
Yeah, kind of looks like him.
Who's the girl with the pigtails?
Harley Quinn.
Argue with that logic. I can see
1930s Harley Quinn.
Yep.
What are you gonna do with
What if they did like a 1930s Batman?
Guys, thanks for coming.
20 years earlier than 1950s Batman.
I thought I heard an unfamiliar voice mixed in with you. Who is it?
I don't know.
And the reveal.
You mentioned it, I thought I heard a new guy too.
That's impressive.
Hey.
You were able to pick out my voice from your crowd of friends.
Yeah,
Well, now, who are you?
Oh, me?
Oh, this is gonna get good. All right, that's fine.
Until recently, I worked as a railroad conductor. But currently, I'm the rail tracer.
Jacuzzi!
I'm terribly sorry for being so abrupt. But I have business with that woman, and I need to interrupt you guys for a moment. It's been a while. You still planning to kill me? To be honest, I would completely understand if you were. I just thought it would be appropriate for me to go ahead and declare my love for you first. I'm a little afraid that I wasn't able to properly communicate my
What is going on?
As it is, it appears that I've fallen in love with you, Chane. Sorry. That's not true. There's actually nothing perplexing about it. I'm really not any good at expressing myself in fancy words, so I'll just make it simple. I love you. Let's get married. You're not sure? It's all right. I promise you, there's no way I'll destroy this world you've come to believe in. Your world is not that fragile. No world can be destroyed just by having someone else enter into it.
And there it goes.
And if your world is ever even in the slightest way threatened, I will protect it. I bet you wouldn't ordinarily believe anyone who talks like that. But then again, I'm not ordinary.
And the swing of the wrench.
Why? Why would these people do this for me?
Swing of the wrench.
For me? After we just barely met.
Swing of the wrench. This is not working.
Isn't even family. Why would they risk so much? Why would
Den of
they
Thieves.
think he loves me? No one's ever
'Cause you're
told me
hot.
he loved me. Even my friends avoided me. My father has never told me he loved me. No. Not even my father ever told me he loved me.
Swing of the wrench.
Let me tell you
String of the wrench.
story. What is it for the actions of men to be incomprehensible? It would seem to me that if it can't be comprehended, why should one even bother trying? It is useless to even think about it, I think. That said, I don't exactly know what's going on, but may we continue fighting, please?
Oh, by all means, you have my permission. But I haven't heard what your answer is, Chane. If you're gonna fight Chane and her friends, then I guess I'll have to take you on as well. If you want to run away, now's the time.
How dare you suggest such a thing? There was only one other person who has ever dared to rival my certainty, and that is Boss Lad! The absolute
Yeah, so this is gonna go well for this guy.
For you to challenge
Now.
me is far beyond your pathetic pale. Superiority down beneath the feet of Boss Lad, my dawn will never break. Don't you get it? I shall not see the sun. It will remain night forever.
This Boss Lad you're talking about wouldn't happen to be Lad Russo, would it?
You mean you know my boss?
He fell from the train the other day, right?
How do you know that? Nobody is supposed to know that except those of us who are closest.
I made him jump off all by himself.
The one who dropped him.
Boom. There it is. There's that group
There's
of
the peanut
people.
gallery. But
I'm all right with the side story now. We're good.
it's ridiculous.
It's a
enough.
weird. It's a weird. The only way it could be better is if Firo was there.
Oh yeah, with his save his hat martial arts.
Yeah, that's the only way this could get better. It would suck a lot if this was the last episode. And then you're just like, just before the sweet fight scene? Come on.
It is a bit of a shame because the show is a bit inconsistent in its key framing, or not key frame, but in betweening in the animation. Because it's got, visually, it's mostly pretty nice, and it's got a nice color palette and a decent art style.
And we still haven't seen Dallas yet, even though he got pulled out, or like they said he was pulling him out.
Yeah, they dumped him into...
Because the
We've
end of
not
episode
seen him
13.
pulled out. We've
Right.
just seen them digging out the river in a really early episode. Episode 13, they showed him pouring concrete and playing cards on him.
Right.
But
I hope that one of you guys has read the series, and I want you to tell me absolutely everything there is to know about it. Because I'm not going to read it.
They say that people's lives are limited.
Crouton guy.
However, when reaching for the limitless possibilities of the world, people's lives can magnify 10, 100, even 1,000 times
I saw.
over.
Carol.
Well, you might say, I deserve to be there at the center. That is one of the rules that God laid down, right?
Carol! They're coming back. They're coming back to see us out.
Who's the woman in the purple?
The white hair, the platinum haired
Yeah.
girl. There's only one character that we have seen who has platinum hair, and she's not on there. Oh,
Well.
maybe she's on the little tiny pictures.
That's Carol, apparently.
Yeah. Nope. So there's only one person we've seen in this show that has that silver hair, and that was Sylvie aboard the Advena.
What a name.
Aboard the Advena Avis in 1711. Was the only person we've seen with hair like that. We saw Elmer coming up to her in the preview image. But that's next episode. This episode.
Outside of the commentary I made moments ago about wanting to see the fight scene, I really don't have anything else to say, and we should watch the next episode.
Yeah. It really is a shame. We said this last time. It really is a shame that this is how the show goes out, is on this arc.
This happens with every show that people get attached to. Like, I was watching
Well, the ones that get canceled, yeah.
anime or otherwise. I don't know if you guys have watched Marco Polo, which is a Netflix original, based on actual historical events where Marco Polo met Genghis Khan. Elaborations on what actually took place, because in the show, episode 1, this is not a spoiler if you're going to watch the 2 seasons that exist, Marco Polo's dad sells him to Genghis Khan so he can continue to use the Silk Road. Father-son relationship's not real great after that. Go figure.
Go figure.
But they did a side film as well.
Kind of like the Lelouch and his dad's relationship,
Right.
sell him to Japan,
Right.
basically.
So they do one side short film that's like 20 or 30 minutes about a character, which is like Genghis Khan's sensei, key fighter, war strategist guy. He's blind. He's called 100 Eyes. He's BA. He's so cool. But they made a side movie, which was cool, kind of like series that get closed do. And they have 2 seasons. But the premise of the show, the fact that it historically happened is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've read a book this summer about, it's called The Making of the Modern World, and it's all about the Mongols. And Genghis Khan was phenomenal. And the reason that the Mongols declined was because they started settling into settlements instead of continuing to be nomadic, which is really interesting. Full circle. It really sucks when shows that you enjoy watching end up being canceled. And you're like, how come no one else watched this show? Because it was cool. Lie to Me, another great show. That was on Fox. It's got Tim Roth in it. Tim Roth was in
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth. You know Tim Roth.
He's in
a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Phenomenal show. The intro in that show is amazing. the premise of the show where people have micro expressions and it's like a CSI but psychological, and like he's figuring out who done it and why they did it, and then they catch them, and like it's so cool. But again, another canceled show. Canceled show sucks.
Yeah.
Canceled shows suck.
What are you gonna do about it when it's 10 years after the fact, though? 12 years after the fact.
Protest. Signs outside front. Not a religious protest, just a protest. Bring back the show.
Bring back Baccano.
Bring back the show.
Bring Baccano. Bring Baccano.
Bring Baccano. Bring Baccano. So what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Episode 15 done.
I have written nothing down.
There were no wheels that I saw. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how you think the format is going with the second to last episode. And do you like watching with us? Do you like the commentary? Would you prefer the highlight reel at the end? If you want to buy us coffee, there's a link to our Patreon below. We love your comments. We get to them as often as we can. Kristopher's starting a new job. I'm looking around. So there might be a little bit delay in our getting back to your comments, but we try to get back to them as often as we can.
See you next time.
I really am using self-control right now to not jingle any metal coins or necklaces or anything else. Aren't you proud of me?
See you next time.
Aren't you proud of me, guys?
See you next time.
See ya when we come
Baccano.